What is up, everybody? This is Tarot King. I'm just doing a tarot reading on who is your shadow, what does it want to tell you. For those who don't know, a shadow is the part of yourself you might repress because of society, the way you were raised, okay? But it's not a demon, it's not something, to be exercised, but it's a part of yourself that wants to come out and play, so to speak, okay? We have pile one with the orange Sharpie, and also I have the yellow, my lamp on, okay? So it's making my teeth yellow, it's making the markers yellow, but so forgive the yellow tint, okay? But my teeth aren't this yellow. But anyway, pile one is orange, pile two is brown, and pile three is bronze. I'm gonna show y'all one more time. And the timestamps will be in the comments and the description, okay? Pile one is orange, pile two is brown, and pile three is bronze. Again, the timestamps will be in the comments so you can fast forward to your reading. I hope that I can help bring some clarity to who your shadow is, okay? And what it wants to tell you, the repressed part of yourself. And, take what resonates, leave what doesn't. Bless, okay? I already have pile one scattered out here on the table, just simply because I was just looking at it and then I was like, I was just gonna write these, but I decided to just do a video. It's more simpler and we get to talk, okay? But let's see. So what we have for you, pile one, we have the Ten of Swords with Gothic Tarot. We have Death. And then we have the King of Wands, okay? And then at the bottom of the deck, we have the High Priestess. All right, so I'm gonna kind of hold them up like this for a second, but again, the the Ten of Swords, okay? That represents a painful ending, and you've had many swords stabbed in your back. With this energy, I feel like, again, usually it can be an ending for a relationship, a job, a marriage, whatever. But with this Ten of Swords, I feel you've been stabbed in your back. And I rolled the astrological dice, but they're across the table. I got Scorpio in the 12th house with Pluto. Pluto rules Scorpio. And it's interesting Scorpio comes up in these kind of readings because this is a reading of the darkness of who you are in the darkness of your mind, in your shadows, okay? And then we also have Death here, which connects to Scorpio. And let me just say, I also pulled an oracle card that is Azrael, the angel of death, okay, in Greek mythology. And there's also a card I pulled over there on y'all's reading, which is the alligator, and it says it's from the first deck I ever owned, and the alligator animal spirit came up, and it says, death will always hold on, death. Let me just get it. One second. Okay, I'm back now. Again, we pulled the crocodile, and it says the alchemy of energy teaches that death will always yield new life. And again, you have death here. You have the archangel Azrael, which is the angel of death, okay? Don't get scared now. We also have Scorpio over there, which rules the 8th house of death and rebirth, okay? The big message that your shadow self wants to tell you, pile one, who picks the orange marker, is that when one door closes, another one opens, okay? Death is very scary, bless. But again, with all of this energy around it, it reminds you that death brings new life. And again, you've been stabbed in the back, you've had painful endings with people, is what it looks like. It looks like your shadow side, okay? Because again, the shadow represents something that you repress. And in the light, you're probably a different person. I think that you actually remember, okay, because we have the card of remembrance here with the lamp, Halloween oracle. And the past has played a big toll on you, and you remember it, okay? And this card represents leaving a light on Halloween time, because for spirits to come on Halloween time, they would leave a lamp, okay, and for those spirits and remembrance of those spirits, but also just to illuminate the darkness of what happened, and just to, again, remember those who have fallen. And I feel that you do this, okay, maybe in the light, or it's your shadow, okay, as I'm trying to figure out here. But bless, I feel that actually, yes, okay, there's a lot of dark. Your shadow is very dark. And again, we have this crocodile though, and it talks about alchemy, turning something into gold, okay, turning base metals into gold. And there's a lot of gold in your reading as well. But I digress. We're going to continue on. I see that after these painful experiences, okay, that there is an ending, but however, it leads to you standing in your power with the King of Wands. He's an extrovert. Okay, I feel that I pulled another card that told me you guys are networkers, but your shadow is very secretive. Okay, we have the High Priestess here. And the High Priestess, she's like, she knows all the secrets. She's very intuitive. She knows the secrets, and then she usually stands between a black pillar and a white pillar. This is the Gothic tarot, so it's different, but representing shadow and light. And she has the, again, there's this door that's open. And so, and this card, Archangel Azrael, there's this door that's opening, and he's the angel of death, and we have death in your card. So bless, you know, spirit, your shadow. The biggest message I could give you if you're watching this video is that death brings new life, okay, whether it be okay, an actual death, or yeah, because we are reborn in the spirit. Whether you know, different people have different beliefs, but I'm a firm believer in the afterlife, okay? You know, especially with this reading, I feel your shadow would be too, but yeah, it is, because it wants to tell you, it's coming through kind of like the Grim Reaper, the Grim Reaper, and you know, it's to show you that death to the old life, to the past, so that you can live a new life, so that you can be open to these new doors. Okay, that being said, I feel like you remember the past, and especially with this pile, this is the whole reason I'm doing a video, because it would have been hard to write this in some paragraphs. Okay, so I wanted to explain, I wanted to show you guys the cards and what I'm getting from them as I channel your shadow. Okay, but bless, I digress. Again, the biggest message is that death will always bring new, okay? Whether it be, again, jobs, relationships. I feel that, that's what I was about to say too. I feel that pile one, you are either the victim or a perpetrator of malicious intent, of things that were unjust, some very dark things, okay? Because not only do you have death, that was very prominent in your reading with death, Archangel Azrael. I mean, the Ten of Swords is pretty much death, but it represents, again, you know, new life, the sun coming up. But in this Gothic tarot, it's very dark, okay? But again, sometimes you just got to turn the light on. Who said that? I think it was Dumbledore on Harry Potter. He was like, when the lights go off, sometimes you just got to turn on the light, okay? But bless. Again, continuing on, your shadow side is very secretive. Let me show you why I get this. We have Saturn in Gemini. We have the good geisha, and in the book it talks about, it says shh, okay, and it says, like, I'll read it, some of it to you guys. But we also have this fallen angel card that says secrecy, and his name was, I guess, Baal, okay? That being said, there's lots of secret energy when it comes to your shadow. Even on the dice that I got, which was Scorpio, Pluto in the 12th house, it talks about someone who's very secretive and represses this side of themselves, maybe the trauma, the drama, so that they can maintain power over themselves and their identity. Okay, so there is, pile one. If anyone needs a message from the shadow side, you do, right? Well, there's a secret energy. Your shadow holds secrets, okay? It doesn't want to tell everyone everything. And I feel in the light you are naturally probably maybe you're in touch with your shadow and you are secretive, but also that you're very extroverted, but you still have these shadows, okay? But that you're, don't get me wrong, because you're showing up, your shadow is showing up as the high priestess. Again, she's usually holding scrolls, which represents hidden wisdom. And this came out like 3 times for y'all, is this owl here. This owl, and it says, pay attention to signs, which actually aligns with this vampire here. So again, we have death and rebirth that came through like, I don't know, 6 times, okay? And that is very, I don't know if y'all know, but that's very significant to get 6 of the same cards from different decks of cards. I have more than 100 decks, okay? And all these cards are talking about death and rebirth. So your shadow is definitely about that life, but it's also very secretive, but it not in a bad way, okay? And it's very wise, and it knows that, excuse me, it knows that true freedom, okay, is in bureaucracy and paperwork. And your shadow, when you're tapped into your shadow, you definitely want to tap into your shadow when you're signing paperwork. This card with reason, it's a vampire, so it talks a little creepy, but it says when you're signing contracts, you should do it as if you're writing it in blood and knowing your facts, okay? And I'm not saying to sign contracts in blood. I'm just saying that it should be that serious, almost as if you were selling your own soul, so that you can truly acquire freedom with whatever paperwork you're signing. And this even talks about the person who maybe wants to fly across the country, the person who wants their child back, the person who wants a new job, the person who wants to feed her children, but she has to sign paperwork to the government. You know, paperwork is truly the freedom, okay? And whatever that may be for you, your shadow is very serious about this paperwork, okay? I have to say it, because again, even the high priestess is holding scrolls in the traditional tarot, and owls represent wisdom. All right. And this could involve, I don't know, you whoever is watching this definitely have been in quarrels. It says quarrel here with Mars. Mars is the god of war, but we also have Cancer. So this may indicate things in the family specifically. It's not going to be the same for everyone. You could be in contracts with certain people that is of your family. Yeah, because I got these cards too. Okay, let's see. I use Lenormand. We have the heart, fairy tale vibes, okay? Then the letter, some kind of message, paperwork, okay? And again, there is a wolf there. And then what else? What was after? Because this kind of mixed up. Oh, we have the mice. And anytime mice comes up, there is some kind of, some kind of diminishing, some kind of taking away, some kind of loss, okay? And this message could be about loss. And then we had, again, the tower, which in Lenormand, which is what these are, this represents, again, bureaucracy and paperwork. So I'm just saying your shadow side is about the paperwork for freedom. And it knows that, you know, maybe there could be some loss, I feel, if maybe a secret was revealed, because again, there was a lot of secret energy that I can't even see into when it comes to your shadow, guys. So good for you. Your shadow is protecting you, okay? But ultimately, I feel sometimes you can put your business out there and your shadow is the secret part of yourself, okay? Back to the Lenormand cards, we have garden under the heart. It represents a loving community. We have the house, which I get family vibes from that. We had the tree, which I don't know where the heck it went. And then we have the child under this tower here. excuse me, the paperwork could have that you are involved in could have involved the child. This could have been you as a child trapped, okay, and vulnerability wasn't, excuse me, vulnerability wasn't accepted in your family. Like you couldn't be real with who you were, okay, and your shadows coming through, you know, showing quarreling, again, paperwork. You've been trapped maybe in a family or some kind of contract. For some of you it's different, okay, take it as it resonates, but there are secrets. I feel that you want to be free. Your shadow definitely wants you to know that you're free. We have the animal spirit of the horse here. It reminds me of Sagittarius. Sagittarius is, it rules over travel and philosophy, okay? And it comes right after Scorpio, which came up a lot in your reading with death. And again, on the dice, Scorpio, Pluto, that's all Hades, death energy. But after Scorpio actually comes Sagittarius. And Sagittarius represents optimism, good luck. And it says freedom is yours. Okay, excuse me, guys. Y'all's reading is very deep and very intense, so I gotta keep clearing my energy. And there's like 3 sections. First, again, death will always bring new life. And so if you're still remembering the past and stuck on the past, know that your shadow, you can tap into your shadow, and that the past will be the past, okay? Because it is death. Your shadow's basically the Grim Reaper to your past. It's also very wise. It holds deep secrets, okay? When you tap into your shadow, you will even see the secrets that maybe you have tried to repress. Because I've seen that you were, again, either a victim or a perpetrator. We all go through our ins and outs, okay? We all have been, I feel, a perpetrator in someone's life. We all have been a victim, as in our own stories, okay? Whether you be a perpetrator or a, and I hate to use that word, but that's what came up on the dice, or a victim. And I even hate using that word, okay? But whether you have been attacked by malicious intent, darkness, narcissism, specifically family, okay? Your shadow knows that happens, but it doesn't want to stay there, okay? Because it opens up a new door. Let's go ahead and read Azrael, since I talked about it earlier. And it says, when one door closes, another one opens. And it says, a door in the nighttime sky is opening. Archangel Azrael is holding a candle to light the way for 2 souls to be reunited. And I'm just going to pause right there. Because again, we have, where'd it go? I'd be a messy reader, okay? There'd be them tarot readers like having to put it all in alignment. I'm like, one sec. Okay, we have remembrance again. Lighting the lamp for those who have lost. Okay, I feel that pile 1, lighting a candle. Girl, let me show, where's my candles? Where's they at? They were right over here, but I don't know where they're at right now. But anyway, there is power in lighting a candle, turning on the light in the darkness, okay? You can do this maybe on a full moon, new moon, and you don't even have to do this, but this is just a kind of a witchy tip, okay? On a full or new moon, write down what has happened. You don't have to tell anybody. Write it down though, and feel it again, okay? Feel it again, and then, or if it's a person especially, write down their name, feel them again, okay? But then on this full moon or new moon, okay, use maybe a white or black candle or both, okay? And write down your wounds and feel it again. That's the main point, because it's not just about writing it down, but also saying, I forgive you, perpetrator. I forgive you, say their name out loud, because it's just going to be a ritual for you and yourself. And then I forgive you so that I can step into the next door. The next door is illuminated to me, okay? And just as you light that candle, know it's a reminder of the darkness of your past, but an illumination of what is ever is hidden in the darkness, because again, your shadow is very secretive. And you don't have to tell anyone. That's the point. This is personal, and you're releasing your fears. You're releasing whatever these betrayals are, okay? The malicious intents. You're not holding anyone you're holding them accountable, but you're not holding it. That's the whole point of it, is to release. Okay, on a full moon, because full represents fully illuminated, and I feel your shadow wants to definitely talk about and illuminate the things that are hidden in the darkness. If anything, Pa 1 years does, and it's a very wise soul, but it's all about the paperwork to find true freedom. Okay, and your shadow wants to get things clear, to study. Okay, it definitely wants to study. It wants to study whatever you might be going through, whatever it be, a new job, moving to a new country. Let's see, anything that involves paperwork, getting your child back. Okay, anything that might be. Your shadow wants you to do the paperwork, to get acquainted, to do the research of what you might need or might need to hide in case of all this secrecy. Okay. So that you can achieve great success. Okay, because there is great success in your future, but the paperwork and their secrets is what I'm getting, if that makes sense. Okay, I pulled 2 essential oils, and we have integrate. And so that is basically when you grow 2 plants together. When you grow 2 things together, when you get your shadow and your light and you combine them. Okay, and it says trigger statement, I'm trapped. And it says true statement, I am whole. And it says allow the parts of yourself you hide to make themselves known in the light. You will see the wisdom they hold. And so any dark situation that you have experienced, okay, your shadow wants to bring it to the light. Your shadow is like, I'm tired of hiding behind, in your back of your mind, back here. Your shadow's like, let's bring it to the light. Because when you truly do that, okay, excuse me, I'm very thirsty. When you truly do that, it brings wisdom, and it makes you stronger, it makes you wiser. Okay, and then we also have this blue one, so throat chakra. This one was solar plexus, and this is your willpower, your sunshine, and your happiness. Okay, and it's your self-confidence and your life purpose. And by releasing and saying I am whole, you definitely feel trapped. Your shadow side definitely feels trapped. There is a shadow, there's an authentic part of you that's very free in there. Okay, and it's very wise, but it wants to come to the light so that you can be whole. Okay, and you are whole, and it reminds you you're not trapped. Okay, but we also have reset. It says I am a trigger statement, I'm sick. And it says true statement, I'm alive. And it says it's time to embrace a new way of seeing, one filled with health and the freedom to create a new reality. Okay, so that's powerful, considering the death we just talked about, and how it says again, the alchemy of energy teaches that death will always yield new life. So pile 1, we're gonna read just a couple more. We have I'm gonna read this one from the book, the horse. Okay, we have malachite here. You could definitely connect to malachite. It says cleanse trauma, intensity, and transformation. And again, death is connected to Scorpio energy. It's the phoenix, butterfly, whatever, death and rebirth. Okay, and you can, and Scorpio's key phrase is I transform. You don't have to be a Scorpio, but that's what your shadow wants you to do. Okay, and it says malachite takes no prisoners, at least with your spiritual journey. A powerful conduit for energy, malachite cleanses the emotional body of trauma, whether from this life or past life. A teacher of emotional responsibility, malachite asks that you take accountability for your feelings and helps you release patterns that no longer serve you. Look deep within the worlds and patterns in malachite to assess other dimensions within yourself. Explore different timelines and hidden messages. Hidden messages. That came through strong in your reading. That's okay, because there was, okay, Bless. Let me keep going. And it says, bringing your subconsciousness to light. And that's the whole point I'm doing this reading, okay? And it's like, you can use some malachite to help bring those old wounds to surface. As you look, I have malachite over there. They have swirls on them, okay? And as you just meditate and look at the swirls, you'll be shocked at how this truly works. Okay, I've done this with some crystals. Okay, crystals have power, so if you get some malachite, you can hold it if you want to do this kind of work, if you're interested in being free. Okay, but you know, ultimately you have to release. You have to put to death, not anyone. Okay, but I feel like this actually pile one can be a little bit not jealous. It's another dark word I'm looking for. Revengeful. Okay, and blessed, to each his own, but that will hold you in the past, and that's the whole point. I'm telling you this, you know, with malachite, lighting the candles on a full moon, it's to release. It's to release. Okay, but you know, your shadow wants you to be free, and it wants to come to the light so bad. It's like in the back of your mind, like screaming, like, "Let me out, let me out. Let's be whole. Let's be one." Okay, and then, and you know, it wants you to light a candle or just turn on the light, and as a ritual. I don't think I've finished this one. Let's see. Let's start over. Okay. Azrael, when one door closes, another one opens. A door in the nighttime sky opening. Archangel Azrael is holding a candle to light the way for two souls to be reunited. Archangel Azrael is the angel of death in Jewish and Christian mythologies. He is the most compassionate of angels. He guides those who are on crossing and comforts those left behind to grieve. When Azrael comes up in a reading, it is time of endings and beginnings. One door is closing and another is about to open. This is symbolic death. Something is ending for you. Ask to be clearly guided to new opportunities. Another door will open to you very soon. Sorry, I had to, I was all in that card, okay, because I just have the lamp on, but look. Another thing, again, your shadow is very open to new ideas, okay? New, from someone who is wise, okay? Because even in this secrecy card here, in this fallen angel card, let's see, is the book around here? Where's the book for these fallen angels? Here it is. Okay, I'll read this one. But he's very, this is a fallen angel who is said to have also very wise wisdom, but it says that his voice is annoying because there's like, he has a frog head. Okay, but, and I mean, he's a demon, but, or a fallen angel, but ultimately his voice is annoying, but it says that it's raspy, but it's not annoying. It's not unpleasant. So, and he can be kind of direct. Okay, and there's this kind of direct energy coming from your shadow that is like basically also trying to show you how to be invisible to your enemies, I think. Let's go ahead and read the fallen angel. All right, and it says one with bow. It says, adopt a cloak of invisibility so you can further your plans discreetly. And it says, Bel is the most powerful of all the fallen angels in this pack and has a voice in dreams and visions that can be hoarse and commanding but not unpleasant. Bel's totem animals are the toad and the cat, and he is sometimes depicted with 3 heads, toad, cat, and human. Those Bel favors are granted the power of invisibility, which enables them to orchestrate events around them without being noticed. Strength through stealth is the keynote. This is a time for acting discreetly and sacrificing recognition for long-term ambitions. Okay? Your shadow is very secretive and discreet. It doesn't want to tell everyone anything, but however, I think that Pile 1, you're moving away from bondage. You're moving away from a dark past, but it's yielding to a new light, okay? A new door that is definitely opening to you. Maybe keep your mouth shut until you can find, okay? Until you can find the family or people who resonate with you. Okay. But I'm going to read this horse too, and it talks about that. Before I read this horse, I'm going to read the last ones. We have, I gather more wisdom each day. Your shadows, even the 10 of swords, the swords represent logic, and you have 10 swords. So you've been stabbed not once, not twice, but 10 times, and you have this wisdom that came from these swords, and you're transforming from these painful endings, is what I see, into a very fiery, an extroverted person. Actually, I feel like, yeah, your shadow wants to be, come out of the darkness and be who you really are, be the wise person that these shadows taught you. Okay, but again, I gather more wisdom each day, and this also goes with the paperwork that you need to do. Okay, you need to know how to answer these things correctly, and almost as if you're writing it with your blood, because this is your true freedom, the paperwork, okay? And again, you gather more wisdom each day. Don't be afraid. We also have wishes come true, rapid achievement of dreams and wishes. I feel like pile one, you do have the energy here to quantum leap, and that is to get massive amounts of increase, massive success. The same thing I just read. Rapid achievement of your dreams and wishes. You are able to do that when you tap into your shadow, but you have to release first. You have to release these wounds, these shadows, and not just cover them up, but feel them, write them down, forgive that person, forgive yourself if you were a perpetrator. We all have been a perpetrator in someone's life, but whether we have been, this is the darkness. This is the reading on your darkness, and it is asking to be illuminated, okay? And that way you can quantum leap, and you can achieve your wildest dreams. And it looks to me like, Paul, when you want to achieve freedom. We also have, I have a balanced relationship with time. I use it well. Again, y'all guys can quantum leap, okay? You can rapidly achieve your dreams like a horse bucking, like a horse just out there in the wild, okay? And then again, we have, I choose to nourish and enrich my life. And again, like, the past is the past. And what does this say as well? Let's see the bottom. Malachite, let's see. Feelings, and helps you to release patterns that no longer serve you. Look deep within the worlds and patterns of Malachite to assess other dimensions within yourself. That's quantum leaping as well. Explore different timelines and hidden messages, bringing your subconsciousness to light. You could be having crazy dreams, okay? But your shadow, when you tap into your shadow, there's so much wisdom about the deaths, okay? You could be having some scary dreams because they're trying to show you that these scary things have ended, and when you wake up, you're not in these predicaments anymore. It's because your subconscious is trying to show you, it's not trying to haunt you with these things, it's trying to show you that you're free of these things, okay? And you're meant to hear some wisdom, not from anybody though, because I feel like most of this trauma, this drama came from family, came from listening to the wrong people, but there's someone who is wise that's around you. Could be a Sagittarius, Scorpio, okay? Doesn't have to be. Just listen to someone who is wise in what you are specifically trying to achieve. Also, do the study if you're going to be doing paperwork to become free, whether that be, again, getting a new job, coming to America, going to another country, whatever that may be. Study on how to pass that paperwork. Let me just say, let me break it down for you. Part one, let me just tell y'all. One time I went to jail, okay? And it was because I was fighting with my grandma. She was a Cancer, like on this card. And I can laugh about it now, but I'm not laughing at the situation, but I grew from this. But anyway, I have to tell y'all about one. We have this coral here, right? And it has Cancer. My grandma's a Cancer, I'm a Capricorn. I went to jail because I shushed her instead of shushing myself. And now I live with her, okay? It's been years since this happened, and I learned my lesson. But I'm sharing this with you. I don't feel like you should do this with anyone. I don't think that you should do this with the wrong people, right? But I mean, I've already grown from this. Everyone knows it too. But for those who are watching, I have had my drama, but I got over it. And so that would affect probably maybe paperwork and stuff too. But so I would have to, excuse me, my main point. I had probation for 2 years, right? Maybe 3. But I got off in a year and a half because I did what I had to do. I studied on how to get off of probation early. I studied what would be needed to get off probation early, and you have to show paperwork. You have to show at least that say probation would be hindering me, right? From living a full life. And I did, because I had a new job. I was off of probation. And anyway, when it comes to your paperwork, you need to know the ins and outs, the ups and downs, what to keep secret, what to say, what not to say. But to me, your shadow is very hush hush, okay? I feel like you're very extroverted in the light, but I feel like a lot of you probably have had difficult situations like the one I just explained, okay? But I myself am a perfect example, because again, what I just told you about going to jail, I had to work. I'm a Capricorn, so Cancer's opposite, so that's why we probably butted heads, me and my grandma. But anyway, I had to do the work, right? And it was tough. It was harsh. I had to heal. I had to heal and deal and relive some of that, and feel it again and release it. And now obviously I'm able to live with my grandma again, right? But the thing is, I got off probation early as well. And what was I trying to say? Again, okay, yeah. You can quantum leap. You have, again, if you just choose your time well, instead of dwelling on the past, it is dead. It's gone. It's over with. Again, that's why I became a witch and told y'all to light these candles too, because it helps you to release, okay? It helps you to find your fire again, to get your kingdom, and you do have success, long-term success in your future. Very fiery. I see that you're a visionary, okay? But you have to let go of the past. And your shadow is very wise. It holds deep secrets. And you can even go, you might be dreaming and quantum leaping into those situations again, just so spirit can help you release them and to see the hidden codes. If y'all ever need a tarot reading on what your dreams might be telling you, hit me up. And now we're going to read this last card. But again, paperwork is your true freedom. We have freedom here. It says freedom is yours. And you need to listen to someone who is wise, maybe me, maybe someone else, okay? But ultimately, you can quantum leap and get through this. You can heal the past and rapidly achieve your dreams. Mass quantities of success if you truly release the past. And that's what I've been working on, so I'm glad I'm here to help you, okay? Y'all have secrets, okay? And for y'all's reading, I channeled the song, I'll tell you my dirty little secret. That's who I get. That's the personality of your shadow. I'll put that in the description if you want to, or I'll put it in the comments as well. What else did I channel for y'all? Pile 1, secrets. Okay, also maybe watch the movie My Girl, okay, because it was about a little girl. Her father was a mortician. I actually used to want to be a mortician myself, so I'm not afraid to talk about the dark things, the death of life, right? But I just channeled that movie My Girl. She was a little girl. She lived with a mortician, and it's cute, and it's also sad. So definitely watch My Girl. To tap into your shadow a little bit more, and also watch the music video, which I will link in the description, My Dirty Little Secret. And know that paperwork is a must, and you must learn how to overcome the paperwork so you can truly have freedom, and you You can move away from toxic family, toxic friends, toxic anything, okay? And rapidly achieve your dreams with stamina, and you gain wisdom every day is what I see. And your shadow is pretty much the Grim Reaper, okay? To remind you that death is death. It's in the past, baby. Now we can move on to a new cycle, and you're a new person with every full moon. Let me remind you that, because I myself, I have my secrets, but I also release them under a full moon, because I'm a witch, but also because I've had some pain. That's why I have this Three of Swords tattoo. I've had pain in my life. I've had trauma, and I've had to deal with that. Me and grandma had beef, okay, but now we're good. We're Gucci. And I'm achieving my dreams, and I know you guys can achieve your dreams too. And you can quantum leap into what you visualize for yourself, but also it takes releasing the past, and also get some malachite. So watch My Girl, watch the music video My Dirty Little Secret by American Rejects, and get you some malachite to truly heal your shadow and jump into the next chapter of your life, okay? We're gonna go ahead and read horse, and then I'm gonna end this reading. And I love horses. I'm from Texas, okay? I would never buy one though, because it costs a lot of money to feed them things, okay? But horses are such a powerful animal spirit. I got the unicorn, okay? Again, I'm with y'all. I have the pain, but I also have the, you know, freedom and magic and independence too. But again, pain is like the rain, and you know, it comes to teach you growth and to teach you wisdom, which you have. But you know, now you need to start getting ready for this new chapter, which it may seem far off and years later. But again, I couldn't think about, oh, that'll be years when I'm on probation, right? No, I did the time, and just do what you have to do paperwork wise. I was about my paperwork on probation. I did not play, okay? But whatever this may be, to have your freedom. Hallelujah. Okay, but we're going to go ahead and read this horse. It says, freedom is yours. It says, Oracle message. When horse spirit appears, you are gifted with the spirit of movement and freedom. It is a time for travel and adventure, whether that means a trip somewhere or taking a different type of journey, one of freedom of choice. Horse spirit reminds you that no matter the circumstances, you have free will and choices that can take you far away to a better place, a better situation, a better state of being, for there is no one but you to reign in your will, to make a different decision. You are capable of making powerful choices that will affect you for a long time to come. Horses are social animals, and let me just there was several indications in your reading that this change is for a long time. Okay, it's not just so that you can just feel better about the past, kind of, you know, it's about fully releasing the past so your change can be long term. Okay, and it was confirmed several times in your reading, and using your time well. All right, but it says horses are social animals and known to be a friend to mankind, willing to carry us forward that we need when we need it. Horse spirit reminds you that help will be available to you whenever you need it, and companions will be by your side wherever you choose to go. Whatever direction you choose to travel, life is an adventure, and Horse Spirit wants you to know that whatever choices you make, you have great spirit within, invisible yet holding you up and always walking by your side. This is your shadow, okay? If your inquiry is about a relationship, you can set your heart free to experience love in all forms. Spirit whispers to you that the gift of freedom is yours if you allow yourself to break out of your perfectionism and stubbornness. Make a move and enjoy the freedom of letting go of the need to control. Hallelujah. Okay, release control, release the past. You are free. Study that paperwork and how to overcome that paperwork, because that is where you truly will find your freedom. Heal that childhood trauma. Okay, light some candles, symbolic of lighting the darkness away to remember it and to release it and to illuminate it, because darkness, and even, you know, the full moon that I asked y'all to light those candles on, it represents our fear. That's why we do it on a full moon. The moon can represent our feminine side, our intuition, the subconscious that represents what we're doing here, the dark side, but it also represents your fear that you need to release. And remember that you're fully illuminated, okay? You are so wise. Continue on that paperwork, continue on your journey. And your shadow wants you to quantum leap in when you tap in, and it's just a part of yourself. It's just about integrating and showing the darkness the light. This will make it where you're free and you are achieving at great rapid speeds what you truly want for your life. Okay, that is the message from your shadow. Maybe keep a secret. Be careful what you tell people, because then they will try to put some paperwork on you, okay? But ultimately, I hope that this blessed you, pile 1, with the orange Sharpie. Much love. Let me know in the comments if this brought any illumination to your shadow and if you felt the energy, okay? Blessings. Please like and subscribe if you're new here. And thank you for watching. All right? Peace out. Pile 1. Hello, pile 2. Let's get it. I just finished pile 1. I'm going to jump right into y'all's reading. Okay? Pile 2 is the brown Sharpie. So I picked this stack with y'all. Okay. The bottom of the deck, we have the Ace of Pentacles. We also have the Four of Swords, the Star, and the Queen of Wands from Gothic Tarot. Okay. So let me just say, your shadow is everything. I'm going to gas y'all up because, again, I picked this stack. Your shadow is very deep. Okay, it's like Morticia Adams or Red Riding Hood, because Red Riding Hood with this beast here. She in traditional fairy tales, it represents kind of the rite of passage, a girl becoming a woman. Okay, when you get into the deeper sides of Red Riding Hood, but bless, because she has her goodies. Okay, but now. The energy I channeled for pile 2, your shadow side is like Morticia from Morticia Adams. Okay, probably watch the Addams Family if you want to get to know her. And it's funny because I channeled this energy and I did the reading. Again, I picked pile 2 and I looked up Morticia Adams, and the original one was from Amarillo, Texas, and that's where I'm from. And that was weird. But ultimately, she was a vibe. If you haven't seen the Addams Family, she really loved her man. She was into dark things, okay? And that's interesting that she comes up for a shadow reading. She would cut the rosebuds, and like just keep the stem. And she, she didn't like pastels. Like when she was like, she told the villain who stole their family, their relative, you took our family and you tortured him, and you made him a howling demon. But she said, but pastels, or she said, all that I can forgive, but pastels, right? She was dark, but she was a vibe. She was classy. But anyway, I digress. That being said, I feel like your shadow wants you to rest with this Four of Swords here. Your shadow is the most authentic part of yourself. You got the Queen of Wands, and usually she has a black cat, but on this one it's a black wolf. So your shadow is a beast, okay? That being said, again, this is the queen of getting in touch with your shadow. Pile 1 had King of Wands. Maybe we got something going on with pile 1. Ooh, no, I'm just kidding. But anyway, this represents the Queen of Fire, and your shadow side is very feminine, but it also, I get a masculine vibe from the Queen of Wands, I'm just gonna say. But we also have Aquarius energy. You don't have to be an Aquarius, but again, this represents a queen who had a black cat, or in this case a black wolf. And back then black cats were considered bad luck, but she said, F you, I like my black cat, and she put that cat on the throne to reign with her. Okay, and anyway, that represents a queen of authenticity. And then again, this connects to Aquarius, who is logical. I have an Aquarius moon and rising, so I very much know that energy. It represents logic, and it represents independence. It also represents a need to detach, okay? Your shadow side wants you to rest, to detach, and find your fire again. Oh, and let's not forget the bottom of the deck with this fiery red, Ace of Pentacles. And when I seen this red and even this, Red Riding Hood here, I see that you can connect to your shadow using red. I personally have been really drawn to red as of recently just because of love and devotion, okay? So definitely light some red candles or black ones to just connect to your shadow, which is, again, it's not a demon. It's the part of yourself that's back here in the back of your mind that you suppress, maybe because of the way you were raised, the religions that taught you, and just fear of what other people might think of who you truly are. But when it comes down to your shadow's fiery. She a beast, okay? She's very authentic, and your shadow wants you to rest, and she represents like Morticia. We even have this Ace of Pentacles, and it's funny, and I hate to keep referencing the same thing, but on the Addams Family, when her love, they were always saying, mi amor, and, I will love you even when we are rotting under the ground, and then they start making out, things like that. Your love, I see Pal 2 is very passionate, very deep, but it can also be very possessive. It can scare some people, okay? Yeah. And I even got on the dice on y'all's reading, seventh house, which belongs to Libra, but anyway, it's the influence of our marriages and our partnerships. And then I had Scorpio, which we had Scorpio on pile 1, but Scorpio for pile 2, and then Neptune, which is very dreamy. Ugh. You guys are your shadow, anyway, is the helpless romantic, okay? It loves its partner no matter what it does. And, it doesn't matter. It even likes the dark things the partner does because and I see that in y'all shadow side likes an opponent and a partner because it likes power. I also see that you attract a lot of powerful people because you are powerful. And yes, you need that equal, powerful partner. Okay, I digress. We're going to continue on. We also have the witch. I mean, come on. Let me put these back in order. A lot of people associate the Queen of Wands with witchery, okay, because her black cat. And, you guys, your shadow's a witch, okay? It's a manifester. It's a fiery witch, okay? And this, let's go ahead and read the witch so that I don't misdirect y'all. Let's see where the witch at. This is in alphabetical order, but then sometimes they like throw something in there that's different. And then I'm like, what the heck? So hold on. The witch, 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 the witch. Girl. Oh, she's the last one. Okay. Now, let's get it. It starts with a little poem. It says, earth, air, fire, water, a woman lovely, a woman strange, weaver of the worlds, moon's daughter, witch, the catalyst for change. Ooh, girl, y'all got some power in y'all shadow. Ooh, as you see, again, this is the Queen of Fire. She got a fireball. She's ready to throw a fireball at you, okay? And your shadow's very fiery. However, it wants you to rest, to dream, to kind of detox, because the Four of Swords is a card of recovery, and I see you're very devoted, like we were talking about. See, this ghost is even looking at this skeleton, and she's like, they're devoted. It's giving me a loving vibe. Okay? And that being said, you need to detach a little bit, is what your shadow says. Be unique. Remember your uniqueness, that you are the star. Okay? I digress, though. Definitely have the ability to make money. I pulled a card, but I put it back. It had someone sitting down waiting on a boat, but they had a big bag of money. And that's what I was trying to say earlier. Morticia, her man, Gomez, ended up kind of losing his swagger, losing his lust for life, because they were so lustful and even dark. But anyway, she had to go out and try to get a job and make money for the family. And so if you are experiencing maybe a partner that isn't doing what he needs to do, This is why you need to detach, because you are beautiful. It isn't you, and you need to make that money. Okay, is what I see here. But disloyalty is highly. I need to say that too. Disloyalty is highly disgusting to your shadow. Okay, because it's like, again, I will love you until death and then furthermore. Okay, it's like possessive. That's your shadow. And yes, that's good and all, but you also need to detach. Especially if someone's been disloyal, because the song I channeled for this pile is Beyonce. I ain't sorry, or it says Beyonce sorry, but she says I ain't sorry. Okay, but I think she wrote that when I don't know. I don't necessarily know what was going on with her life. I think Jay-Z had cheated, or I could be wrong. So don't hold me to that. But I Ain't Sorry is such a powerful anthem, and it reminds you, to go. She's on a bus with her friends, and they're all kind of dressed up, but they're all singing, or she's singing I Ain't Sorry, wave your finger in his face. She's also saying, boy, stop interrupting my grinding. Okay. So you have the ability to make money in your own fiery, witchy way, and it's spiritual. It's a very spiritual energy, and you're devoted, but you deserve a partner who is equal to that. You deserve a Gomez from Adam's family to your Morticia. Okay, someone devoted, but also you might find that someone you have been arguing with is your Gomez, but they needed some time apart. Y'all needed some time apart because of the energy is so intense, like Morticia and Gomez. So this does warn you with all this fire. It warns you in several other readings, and several of the cards I pulled for you. It reminds you not to burn your bridges too fast. However, yes, you are going to be burning some bridges. Okay, that's what this witch talks about. Because they tried to set us on fire. Okay, now we setting bridges on fire. But anyway, I digress. Again, watch out who you burn bridges with, because a worthy opponent could end up to be your spouse, your Gomez. Okay, with this witch here. This is your shadow. It says, witches have had a bad PR day for a couple of millennia now. Originally, the healers or cunning women of the village. The very word witch comes from the Celtic word wick, meaning weaver or wise. When the new religion of Christianity spread through the land, the custodians of the old pagan ways, in part, witches were labeled as evil, and as we know from history, persecuted. They were driven underground or under the night sky into the shadows of misunderstanding and darkness. Okay, so what that's saying again, Christians came into the land and then they said everyone was evil. They burned the witches, they said it was all evil. Okay, then it says, however, for the purpose of Halloween, let's look at witches as the weavers of magic and change. Through spells and rituals, and even through herbal recipes, yes, often brewed in a cauldron, they weave the powers of this world and the next in synergy to solve problems and heal. So they do their potions, like this card right here, even. Okay, Aquarius energy pouring. They weave the world together. They put different links, and they know the alchemical process of change. Okay, doing spells and stuff like that. Now you don't have to be a witch, but this is the suppressed part of yourself. It is a witch. Okay, and I always tell my clients and friends, don't get bitchy, get witchy. Okay, but anyway, it says holding the witch card means that you can weave your own change throughout your life. That magic indeed is afoot. You must understand that you have the power and it is real. It may also indicate that others may be threatened by your developing personal power and that they may not appreciate or like the changes in you as you grow. So y'all are like the witch in the sense that you are gaining your power. Your shadow is very powerful. It's a witch. It's a witch. And some people don't like that. and you do need to recover because it don't matter, and you just need to take a nap, okay, because ultimately it don't matter. Okay, that's what this is saying. Now for some people it does. Again, for lovers who you do think and you truly believe is your soulmate, then by all means don't burn that bridge, just be nice. And I also had a card that I pulled for y'all, Mother Mary, and it talks about just having love for your unconditional love for yourself, unconditional love for that other person, and it'll make you feel, I think, less of the wicked witch of the West and more of a good witch, okay? But ultimately, yes, I feel like even like Morticia, who I channeled for y'all, she was applying for a job, and she said she was like, "What are your specialties?" And she said, "Well, I had a tutor, and she talked about how her specialty was hexes and conjuring curses." Okay, so that may be y'all's job if you really tapped into your shadow. That being said, what else? What was I going at? I digress. Oh, and then anyway, people are gonna frown on the liberal arts, but you have to be, your dark side is like, yes, I know everything astrology, I know tarot, I know, I know how to do a spell ultimately, and you're very fiery, you're very in touch. Again, this is the queen of being in touch with her shadow. Your shadow's a beast. I just gotta say that, just because again, it's usually a cat. This is a wolf, and wolves, and this saying this right here, I'm about to finish it. Wolves know when to introvert and be by themselves and walk their own path. They also know how to be a part of a community. Okay? Wolves know how to be a part of a pack. They roll in a pack, but they also will walk their own path. And they're also highly devoted to their significant other. The wolves, baby, they mate for life. Okay? They're they're monogamous, or however you say that word, okay? Mononymous or anonymous, whatever. They mate for life. And you're such a devoted lover, and you deserve a mate for life. You deserve another wolf who knows how to be in a pack and also knows how to be independent with this Aquarius energy, okay? Yes, because this witch talks about your tribe. Even witches need covens, okay? But ultimately, there's other people who will judge you because you're standing in your power, and your shadow don't care because it's in a new chapter. Okay, we have this fallen angel here. I'll read this one too. It says new chapter. Oh snap. We have guest of honor confirming this witchy energy I'm reading right now. And again, the star, you're the star, and the star connects to Aquarius, which rules the house of friendship. So your shadow desires friends that are witchy too, okay, or that embrace devotion. And if anything throws you off of your path to this money here, fulfillment, cut it out of your life. Whether it be friends, lovers that aren't acting right, they're acting like Gomez. Yes, I know that you guys are helpless romantics and you love them anyway, but you have to make this money. You have to tap into your fire. Okay, you are the guest of honor. You need to be appreciated for who you are, and that's what your shadow side is reminding you. Ooh, how can I forget this card? Ecstasy, okay? Whew. And I just pulled these out. I'm going to also read this witch, the end of this witch here, but ecstasy, your shadow is this witchy, bohemian, Aquarius, free, dancing around a fire, feeling pleasure. Okay, and so if you're feeling down in the light, if you're feeling powerless, your shadow is magical. It's pure ecstasy. Now this is also, let me finish the witch card before I get into that one. Okay, it says holding the witch card means that you can weave your own change throughout your life, and that magic indeed is afoot. You must understand that you have the power, and it is real. It may also indicate that others may be threatened by your developing personal power, and that they may not appreciate or like the changes in you as you grow. Be prepared for this, and do not be discouraged. New friends and better opportunities will be attracted instead. Better opportunities, new friends, maybe a new lover, but let's face it, they're just feeling down right now like Gomez, okay? But ultimately, we have this ecstasy card. It's pure ecstasy. I've always loved this word. It's not it doesn't have to be the drug, okay? Which there is a drug called ecstasy. That's not what we're talking about here, YouTube, okay? But ultimately, this is pure joy. And this card, this is a vampire card, and it talks about how fiery and independent you are, okay? However, it also talks about your I kind of blush at this card, okay? Because it talks about giving your power up to a worthy opponent. That clarified in this one and in the dice and other things. You need to be careful. Your shadow is the message here. You need to be careful in who you decide in as a partner. Because again, I think the song that I even channeled with "Sorry" by Beyonce for this pile, y'all go listen to that. I think Jay-Z had cheated on her or something like that. Now, again, they got back together, and they're both very powerful. And you attract powerful people. I want you to know that because you are a witch. Okay, you're very powerful. Where was I going with that? But again, even in that song, Beyonce was like, stop interrupting my grinding. I ain't thinking about you. Okay, but ultimately with this card, there is an ecstasy to giving the choices, the dominance, the fire over to your mate. Pardon me, I'm gonna start blushing because I like a dominant man. I'm gay, okay? I like a dominant man who takes control, okay? However, I'm a free spirit. I have Sagittarius, Mercury, Mars, and Venus. By the way, Pile 2, if you're still watching, I have a yellow lamp on. It's making my teeth yellow, but my teeth ain't really this yellow. But bless, we're gonna continue on. I resonate with y'all, okay? And if this doesn't resonate, you can always pick a different pile. But I'm very fiery. I'm very witchy. I'm very independent. I'm powerful, but I like a powerful man, okay? I like a powerful, I wouldn't say alpha male because that denotes society, the patriarchal society, and I feel I'm above that scale even, okay? Which, again, that's just a scale based on how society is raised. We ain't gonna get all deep into that, but I do like a dominant alpha male myself, and your shadow side does as well. You're the Queen of Wands. Well, the Queen of Wands is married to the King of Wands, which was in Pile 1. Okay, so we might vibe with them. We might try to hit them up in the comments, but no. Pile 2, you deserve your King of Wands, excuse me. And you are, and it's funny, yeah, because Pile 1, they were about quantum leaping and achieving their dreams rapidly and things like that. And y'all are the catalyst for change. Okay, you're your shadow is the witch. And you can manifest, and you are the guest of honor. You are the star. Your shadow is like fiery. It's very feminine, independent, but it's also willing to find some ecstasy in a dominant, worthy opponent / lover. Okay, if that makes any sense. Again, we have this fallen angel here. Let's go ahead and read that. Number 46 with new chapter. Message from your dark side, your shadow. And it says, change and transformation are in the air. Be bold. What did that... This says you are in the catalyst of change. Your shadow knows it's time that changes are in the air. Okay? Dang. And it says, let me try to say his name. Excuse me. Bifrons is an angel of transformation. Like Boone, she is associated with death and with candles and tombs. Let me see who number 24 is real quick. Let's see who Boone is. Because I think I may have pulled that for Pile 1. And that'll be weird. No, I didn't. Okay, but anyway, there was a lot of death in Pile 1. And this talks about tombs as well, death. Okay, your shadow is closing out old chapters. You're in a new chapter. Let's get back to it, okay? She is associated with death and with candles and tombs. Sometimes this card can mean an actual death, but more often, Bifron's appearance signifies the start of a new chapter, like two-headed Roman god Janos, which means January. Okay, I was born in January, that's why I know. It says, who faces both past and future, and thus marks the arrival of a new year. This card signals the need for setting your affairs in order, especially debts and outstanding grievances, embracing yourself for a fresh approach to life. Okay? So outstanding grievances, anything of your debts, your shadow wants you to take care of, because you're about to enter a new chapter. You've been manifesting, you a witch, okay? Your shadow is like, you are the guest of honor. You're about to, I feel, experience extreme fulfillment, to say the least, but also fame. Okay, people seeing you shine for your authentic self when you tap into your shadow. And it also helps you to take care of old debts. And your shadow really, really, really just wants you to have fun. I feel like I put y'all's cards somewhere. Hold on, let's see if I have them. I think I put them back. I put y'all's cards back, but yeah, your shadow is very free. Let me tell you that. Secondly, it wants to dance. Okay, it said it about 3 times in the cards. It said dance in pleasure. Okay, so it's very pleasurable too. It follows its instincts. It represents your animalistic instincts and just following your intuition. You may not know why you're being called to do something, but you need to follow your instincts. And the dog came up. The card I was just thinking about, it was Toto from Wizard of Oz, and it was in the fairy tale. But anyway, it talked about Toto. Then we have again this beast here, and there was a lot more dogs, and dogs could even help to connect to your shadow. Excuse me, because dogs, they're happy, and they represent man's best friend. And you are building a tribe. Your shadow side, wants to have them warriors, but also to know that you're the guest of honor. Again, to have a worthy opponent, a sexy dominant man, to give the choice, yes, to go halves and halves. But you're such a fiery, independent person. And I actually think in the light you're very devoted to, and it even can scare some people, but you're the witch, okay? You're just standing in your power. Okay, again, I channeled Morticia from Addams Family. Watch the Addams Family. I channeled Sorry by Beyonce. Please watch that music video. Beyonce, I'll try to link it in the comments. By Sorry by Beyonce, and in the description. All right, I think this is your shadow. Yeah, just your shadow wants you to have a blast, okay? Because in the light you may be working too hard. That's why we have this 4 of Swords here. Or you're just always thinking about the ones you love because you're so devoted. But you need to detach a little. You need to have some fun, because when we dance, when we enjoy pleasure, when we're having our childlike imagination and just having fun, that's how you manifest, baby. And that's what your shadow wants to tell you. You about to manifest a bag. There's so much change when it comes to friendships and opportunities with money. Be happy. Like, you're in a new chapter. Yes, settle some old debts, do a little bit of releasing, but you need to also pay attention to your dreams. Okay, but your shadow's very authentic, very fiery, very witchy. She knows that she may lose some friends or potential relationships even, because she's standing in her power. But she don't care. Because she's just gonna manifest more. Okay, there's more. You're a witch. Come on now. Okay, you mix together in your cauldron maybe some essential oils, maybe writing down some affirmations, setting them on fire. That's what I told Pile 1. They definitely need to do that. Okay, need to do that. But Pile 2, you could do that too. Writing in what you are calling in for this new chapter. I feel like you already have, because this is very witchy energy. But if you haven't, write down what you want to call in. Also, again, you had this fallen angel, which connects to Janos, which is the key holder, okay, in Greek mythology. And he was the custodian. Okay, and he had the key to all the doors. Woo! And that's funny because again, Power One, they represented death. Their big message was death will always open up a new door. And y'all have the keys. And they had King of Wands and you have Queen of Wands. So maybe we all need to link up, okay? But ultimately, Janos was the two-faced god. One face looking towards the past, one face looking towards the future. You need to look at the past, get up any debts that you have, because your new chapter, and don't worry about it too much, but your new face is facing to the new chapter, the new cycles, okay? I feel like y'all know this more, a little bit more than Power One, because they really needed to put to death some things. But you guys, all you need to do is rest, okay? With this Four of Swords, with the star here, she's purifying herself. The star comes after the Tower moment, okay? And it's about rebuilding, but purifying yourself first and knowing your authentic self. Again, she's usually naked on the card, representing authenticity. And you have the witch here, and your shadow is a naked witch, okay? But she's a beast, and she's very beautiful. I get Morticia, okay? That's, you know, she's very lit. And again, and she's very focused. She's very practical, grounded, down to earth. I feel like Power 2, you need a lover who will bring you down to earth, because you can switch from I love you into the depths of whatever, and then you can also be very jealous. You also could be very possessive. And your shadow, that's your shadow. Embrace it. You know, even in the song I channeled, Beyonce, she's literally like, she's singing, it's funny, that's y'all's energy, because she's singing, I ain't thinking about you, wave your middle finger in his face or whatever. But then she also goes into very deep, poetic, from at the first is very deep, but then even in the middle, she's like, what does she say? Oh, she says, looking at my watch, you should have been home. Today's the day I regret I put that ring on. Okay, I digress. But ultimately, it goes from, I ain't thinking about you to, yes, I am thinking about you. F you. You shouldn't have done this. Me and my baby gonna be okay. You better call Becky with the good hair, okay? And you need a partner who will be down to earth, who will be faithful, who will be your King of Wands, who will be your Gomez. And you can't just be with anyone, especially not just for power, which you do attract powerful people, because you are powerful. You're the witch. You attract powerful people. But you should never be in a relationship just because the power, just because the fame, which that's you. Yes, y'all are turned on by that too. But you need to contemplate your lover if they have the devotion that you do for them, because you are the catalyst of change. You hold the keys to new chapters, even for other people's life. You know, just like Power One, you know, it talked about a door. Y'all hold the keys. Okay, you're the catalyst for change. You are the new chapter. But I digress. You know, you're meant to find someone to be submissive to, but not to just anybody. You're meant to build a tribe of other witches, to powerful people, even if you don't resonate with witch. You know, your shadow desires an equal, someone to dominate your ass. But to make the choices finally, and to respect and to submit to. Let's go ahead and read that one, because it's a little spicy. Where's it at? Maybe not. Where's it at? Hold on. Is it under here? Yes. I want to read this ecstasy to y'all before I let you go. Ooh, it's a little spicy, it's a little long, but this will be the last of y'all's reading, because we're already at 33 minutes, okay? And it says ecstasy, yielding, rapture, and bliss. Again, this gets a little deep. I feel like y'all shadow is very deep, because again, Beyonce's song that I'm tagging, she gets very deep and poetic. Morticia from Addams Family, she's very dark, deep, and very poetic. Okay, so this should be nothing to you. Okay, this should definitely resonate with your shadow. And it says, the connection so many have with others who are vampiric in nature is that the giving up of will and the of force and of being submissive towards another is a way of experiencing a kind of ecstasy. It is not a lack of power that enables you to experience this, to become soft and yielding, and to allow the will of another who is worthy to dominate is an experience of surrender. It is not helpless or about giving up. It is a choice for a time to allow your own will to be dominated by the will of another. And in this experience, ecstasy can be found. For humans tire so often of having to be assertive, of age again and again saying what they need, what they deserve, or working hard to not be hurt or eaten alive by a system or by jobs that do truly eat the souls of the people in them. If you could see what we see, the beautiful force fields around you of energy lessening and diminishing as you give and force yourself to be strong so often until energy and self and body are worn and tired. There is restoration in the ecstasy of allowing a worthy other to advise, protect, guide, and hold you for a time. It is ecstatic because for just that moment we need not be concerned about our survival and the survival of all around us. The stress drops away and a deep, beautiful intoxication, surrender flows through you, just as it does when you submit to sleep, to deep relaxation. And look, that's what this is in the Four of Swords. Well, they're dead, but anyway, they're usually just sleeping, okay? And there's this ecstasy in just resting, especially in yourself too, but also giving yourself to another person and letting them, take the stage is what we're talking about here. It says, who in the instance of that time knows what will please you? Some believe this is all about the sensual dimension, but it's not. It can be about any part of life where you have fought, tried, and struggled, and gathered your energy and surged through obstacles. Now it is time for the deep relaxation and restoration, to allow one about you who is worthy to give to you in ways that create an ecstatic experience and a deep bond of trust. And it says, when we take a lover, when we fall in love so deeply and passionately as we do, the ecstatic response of our beloved to our kiss, touch, words is our greatest gift and our greatest pleasure. This we wish you to experience, but only with one worthy of your beautiful surrender. Okay? Excuse me. And that's a message from your shadow. Okay, the suppressed part, because in the light, you're naturally pretty free, independent, fiery, just, but you deserve to be the guest of honor, and there is ecstasy in completely surrendering yes to a worthy opponent, a worthy person, a worthy lover. But you're so, some of you guys are so possessive that you will just pick anyone, and ultimately you deserve someone of that same devotion. Okay, but I digress. All right, and it also says blessing with this card. The ability to surrender to a higher power of your choosing is a valuable experience, as well as one which can provide intoxicating levels of delight. Let's go ahead and read the curse. It says, a curse with this card. Being enraptured is close to losing yourself, which is one of the keys to the ecstasy it creates. Be sure to stay in touch with your own soul and have a close friend who can remind you of who you are. Wow. Even this card talks, okay, because even in the song with Beyonce, she's rolling up. She's like, I'll roll up with my woadies, meaning her homies, okay? But she's in a bus full of them, and they're all dancing. Your friends are, again, you had all these dogs as well. Your homies are by your side is what the shadow side wants to remind you of your worth. Again, you had Aquarius, which is the house of friends and connecting, collaboration, okay? Your shadow wants to remind you you're loved and to connect with other, people who are of power, okay? But you're in a new chapter, let go of the debts, okay? But Also, again, surrendering, if you in relationships, you could find someone and you can even surrender your debts and who, all of that's the beauty and ecstasy of submission, is just giving up who you are to that person. But don't lose yourself, baby. Don't lose yourself, baby, is what your shadow is saying, okay? It also says, there is power in the surrender and great soul ecstasy in the finding of one who, for an instant, takes the burden of decisions and gives you great relief and satisfaction and pleasure. Be aware that you must choose this person with great care. It is time, though, for you to admit that in some ways, ecstatic experiences are our teacher, only when chosen wisely. Okay? Your shadow's definitely got that wisdom. It knows it's a star, but it also needs to attract us, or it attracts stars as well. But very complex, deep, dreamy relationships. And sometimes you just need to detach and remember your own worth and your own beauty. But yes, you would find said ecstasy to submitting to your King of Wands, okay? Who is also very spiritual, who is also very charismatic, who is a leader and very sexy, okay? He's the King of Fire and you're this Queen of Fire and you have power just as much, but Beyonce is all about like, okay, I'm with Jay-Z, but she's like, I'm Beyonce, okay? So what's that say? That being said, your shadow side just wants you to be happy again, to dance in pleasure, and to be in touch with yourself, okay? Let's pull in one more animal spirit, because I put away all y'all's cards. Is this y'all's cards? Yes, thank goodness. Okay, fulfillment. Earlier I was talking about y'all can make this money. Okay, Saturn and Sagittarius. This is also about travel and yes, being connected to people of different backgrounds across the sea. Okay, we also have little luxuries. So I truly believe that your shadow has the ability, when you tap into your shadow, you can make some money. Okay, it says generates luxurious experiences and surroundings. We have, I am connected to earth and all life around me. Again, you're not alone. I think that you could open up your root chakra by meditating in nature, sitting on the ground even, because it's at the base of the spine, wearing red, lighting red candles. But this will help you to remember how loved you are, how connected to earth and all of life you are, and to money, okay? And to remember that because your root chakra is blocked by fear and your shadow is like, it's no need to fear here, baby. And we also have, I explore my wildness and dance in pleasure. We have, I will persist, my will is strong. And then we have the festival creates an energetic blueprint for a fantastic party or event. And then we have inspiration, which I naturally associate that word with fire. And you have the Queen of Wands and this witch throwing fireballs. Okay, so it says Iris, and it says, Iris encourages you to cultivate the beauty within so you can better create and express it in the world around you. Her deeply restorative energy helps revitalize your connection to divine guidance, helping you to discover your true passions and allowing inspiration and creativity to flow. Okay, so your shadow is very creative and very in tune with the fire, with the earth, okay, and being inspired and able to create things. I hope that this resonated with you, Paul, too. Let me know in the comments if this brought any clarity or, some wisdom to your shadow side, and let me know if this just resonated with you, okay? Thank you for watching. Please subscribe if you haven't subscribed yet, and have a beautiful day. And remember to love that witchy, shadowy part of yourself, that Morticia inside of you who is like Adam's family, and that Beyonce. I ain't sorry, okay? Remember your power, Pile 2, and thank you for watching. Bye-bye. Welcome, Pile 3. If you are watching this, then you picked the bronze Sharpie. Again, I'm in front of a yellow lamp, so it makes my teeth look yellow, but my teeth ain't this yellow, okay? Making it look like my rose tattoo. But anyway, y'all picked bronze, okay? And as you see here, let me just kind of straighten this, okay? We have the Lion, a message from your shadow. It's very royal. We also have over here, we have the Six of Wands, success. We have the Sun, success. We have the Page of Wands. And the bottom of the deck energy is the Chariot. Okay, we got Cancer, Leo energy. You don't have to be any of those. We have fire signs. So Leo, Aries, Sag, you don't have to be any of those, okay? That being said, this is a message from your shadow. We also have Dawn here with an owl on it, and it says, the light after the darkness, okay? So that's very powerful considering this is a reading from your shadow. Oops. A reading from your shadow. Let's see what else we got here. We have self-confidence, strong self-belief, and a sense of self-worth, okay? That's, again, we have the Six of Wands, the card of success. It's showing up in your past. We have the Sun here. You've got really good cards here. Again, this is the part of yourself that you suppress. The shadow represents the part of ourself, our authentic self, that we put into the back of our minds because of maybe the way we were raised or religion, social conditioning. It represents your truest self, but again, the part of yourself that you kind of hide, okay? That being said, you have a lot of, if you picked pile 3, I see you as a successful person, that you've had many successes in your past. And like this card says here, it says, again, the light after the darkness. So your shadow definitely wants to remind you of the light. That being said, I'm also channeling the movie Chronicles of Narnia, The Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe. Okay, because we have this lion here. And that being said, we also have this Page of Wands is a statue. And then the Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe, the witch would turn people to stone. And also she cursed all of Narnia. And there was a freezer curse. Everything was frozen. However, I feel that you're coming into a time period of like warmth, okay, with the Sun here, that is Leo energy. The Sun connects to Leo, and we have this lion here, interesting enough, and they're all about confidence, like we have on the side here, and success, okay? So it's like, I feel like your shadow wants you to take the stage, but also, again, with the Narnia, with the Chronicles of Narnia, and again, we have the Chariot here, which kind of looks like what the witch, in Lion, the Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe, she would ride in she rode in a chariot drawn by polar bears, okay? But that being said, these are 2 black horses, and it's funny too, because this is a shadow reading, and usually the chariot is drawn by a black horse and a white horse, but this is a Gothic tarot, and it's drawn by 2 black horses. But you do need both your shadow and your light to move forward. And again, there's a lot of good things that your shadow wants you to move forward to, which is the light after the darkness, okay? And you've been in a lot of darkness, because again, in this chariot, it's basically a mortician is what it looks like, a hearse drawn by horses, and there's a season of light approaching apparently, and your shadow knows it, and your shadow wants to come to the light. That's the point of this reading, and it's very royal, that part of yourself that you suppress. It's very successful, takes the stage. And again, when I see with this Narnia, again, the queen would turn people to stone, but when the lion returned to Narnia after the children and the Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe, the children, the daughters of Adam and Eve, they returned to Narnia, and that's when the lion came back. But anyway, the curse started to lose its effect, and what I'm trying to say is, the statues that were turned to stone was eventually breathed to life by the lion, okay? And I feel there's a part of you that might be kind of jaded, kind of like it's been turned to stone. And your shadow wants you to know that that stone, the curses, those cycles are breaking, and there's light, and there's the breath of God, the breath of the breath of the Lion of Judah, whatever you want to call it, is being breathed into you, so that you can live as flesh and not stone. Because you have all this success here, but you can't be stone. You know, don't let the success make you stone. Okay, is one thing I'm seeing. All right, guys. Sorry, I had to press pause for a second. But your shadow. So again, you may want to watch Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe. I've channeled movies for the past two piles, and also songs. So if I get a song, I will definitely let y'all know. Okay, and I'll link it below your pile. But that being said, when it comes to your shadow, you have an inner lion. Okay, and again, this is big Leo energy. You don't have to be Leo, but with the sun and the lion here, I feel like this is your inner child as well, because this is the Page of Wands, which is the child, and this child spreads a lot of light. Okay, in traditional tarot, he's naturally curious. He's ready to learn new things. Okay, and this is showing up in your future. So I feel like in your future, as you tap into your shadow, you're going to start living with more childlike joy, having imagination, being able to laugh, being playful, and it's very confident. But I'm also getting the energy of, and this doesn't have to resonate with everybody, but I'm getting that energy of like a parent who always wanted you to be successful. This is kind of what I'm getting, excuse me, from success here, the Six of Wands, showing up in your past, and then again the sun here in the present. So there's lots of reasons to be happy, but I get this energy of maybe a parent that lived vicariously. Could have been a Cancer, could have been Sagittarius, Aries, Leo. But anyway, I'm getting the energy of a parent that maybe pressured you to always be successful, always do this, you know. But that'll resonate for some, but not all. The main message for those who picked pile 3 is this light that's coming in for you. I'm kind of seeing a butterfly there, but no. The main thing is this this owl here. And that you're very wise, that you need to be taking the stage. This part of yourself likes, you know, to be cheered on. But yeah, you need to embrace both shadow and light to move forward. And like pile 1, they were about death, right? So that they could move forward. But they needed to put some things to rest. Pile 2, they just needed some rest. Now you need to move forward with both your shadow and your light, because in your shadow is your light. Okay, is what I'm seeing. In your shadow is your lion, the energy that reminds you to be confident. And you may have repressed this part of yourself because of childhood wounds specifically. I mean, that's mainly why many of us have a shadow, because we're trying to please our parents, we're trying to please society. But this is like giving me the energy of like a joyful child. We even have transgression here with flaws, contradictions, and mistake, which really confirms that I feel maybe you've had a overbearing parents, or just people who guided you and made you feel flawed, when actually you have all this self-confidence. And it says, I am honest with myself and others, harmony in the home, great friendships, and insight. Openness opens the third eye to strengthen intuition. And when your third eye is open, tap it, bless it, okay, you start to see things that you once thought were true become an illusion, because you start to see the truth in the spirit world, things like that. And I feel that pile 3, you are starting to see that you can live like the child you once were, the happy child, because many of us have wounded children within us too. But no, this more is your happy. You're going to start living a life of happiness as a child when you tap into your shadow, is what I feel. Okay, but it's very Leo energy all day. This Leo energy talks about how we are raised as children, how we raise our children, but it also talks about pleasure and when we take the stage, things like that. Okay, but again, I'm getting a childlike energy big time. Even in the movie that I quoted, Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe, it took the children going through the wardrobe, believing in imagination, things like that, to break the curse of ice, break the curse of the Ice Witch. And she's an archetype. It doesn't have to be your mother or father, but there's a curse that's being broken and your shadow knows it, if that makes sense. And it's like your inner child that once was turned to stone is now a lion, okay? Or at least now has the breath of a lion. And it's like those flaws that you thought were flaws aren't even flaws, okay? That's why we have self-confidence at the top, which says strong self-belief and a sense of self-worth. Your shadow has a very strong confidence in itself, and it's almost like a child that hasn't been tainted by rules, regulations, okay? But let's see what else. Here come through. What does pile three's dark side, those who chose bronze, what does their dark side want to tell them? Who is their dark side? Okay, interesting. What's the bottom? We have quiet strength, which is associated with Leo energy, the strength card. Okay, so lots of Leo energy coming through. Now, the fallen angel that y'all have representing your dark side is Valak. It looks kind of like a baby Cupid, but it's a fallen angel, demon, whatever you want to call it. But it says resolution. Let's see, where's my book? 1 second. For fallen angels, we'll try to find it. Is it here? Yeah, I thought it was. Where the heck is it? Because I want to read. Oh, here it is. Okay, so this is y'all's fallen angel that best represents your shadow side and the messages it wants to give you. Excuse me. It says, the secret solution is right under your nose if you look the right way. Okay, and it says, Valak is a childlike angel who often appears in visions riding a two-headed dragon. She guides you to hidden treasure, sometimes literally, but often to treasures of the soul. Intangible insights that suddenly bring life into focus. Yeah, that's giving me the vibe again of like what was stone turning into flesh again. Okay, it's bringing life to a situation. Your shadow wants to bring life to the stony parts of you by finding out these treasures. Let's see a little bit more. And it says, she also knows the hidden places of serpents and can deliver them tamely into your hands. These serpents are buried truths that will poison your life if ignored, but are liberating when brought into the light in the correct manner. Okay? That being said, that is deep. That represents, again, what we're trying to do here. We're talking about shadow work, right? And this represents, this fallen angel represents your ability, your shadow side, to go deep and find these treasures. And yes, this can't even mean physical treasures, okay? But most importantly, it talks about like the metaphysical, the spiritual treasures within you right under your nose, okay? So when you tap into your shadow, it really can bring you success and also help you to release the past, because this angel can also like conjure serpents or whatever, and serpents to me represent shedding the past. And you know, your shadow excuse me, it doesn't like to ignore the things that would be poisonous to you. And when you tap into your shadow, it like finds these little hidden truths within your subconscious mind, is what I'm seeing. Now let's go ahead and read the lion spirit real quick, just to see what it do. Okay. 37, and it says, be generous of spirit. It says, a healthy ego means you ease God's order instead of edging God out. And it's funny because I get ego energy from the Six of Wands, but bless, okay? And it says, lion spirit appearance is a reminder that you have been given the gift of pride and a healthy sense of your worth to express your divine, authentic self in a unique way. You are both the king and the queen, secure in your prosperity and wisdom, generous of spirit as you help others. Take pride in your ability to serve from the heart. Okay, Leo energy rules the heart chakra. And it says, contempt with what you have right now, contentment with what you have right now, allows you to use your resources wisely as you give to others in ways that educate, heal, inspire, and delight. It says, be proud yet humble. Look, let me just say, you have so much success with the sun here, which is a card of success. We have the Six of Wands. You deserve to be a little bit cocky, okay? Your shadow knows it. But you're still like Aslan the lion on The Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe, because he would speak with this royalty, right? And he would share of his divine energy. And you need to do that too, because as you share your energy and you're generous with your royalty, you can help many people's life. You might even breathe life into people and bring them from stone, okay? But if you get in your ego, you will turn to stone. Okay, but let's continue on. It says, be proud yet humble. Practice gratitude, and you will find that the accolades that come to you are no match for the joy of knowing what you have been able to do for others through experiencing the bounty of generosity within you. Lion Spirit knows there is a great savannah before you, and many who will benefit from the healthy expression of your unique set of gifts. If you choose to work in partnership with Spirit, all your relationships flourish as you express your worth and generosity of spirit with humility and kindness. What a blessing you can be to all. And that's what this Page of Wands is originally about, is spreading light. Even if you don't feel, because I feel like you have all this success, you have this sunshine here, happiness, success, but this Page of Wands is someone who maybe doesn't know, because he's a learner, he's a student, and you can be successful and still be a student. Actually, it's better when you're that way, because first of all, when you're able to share with someone but still be open to learning, you don't come across as arrogant. When you are able to share with someone and help them with your generosity, with your generous spirit, you are able to help the world to raise their vibration. And you may be feeling maybe, I don't know, broke, or I deserve more, I'm a lion, but as you share your energy with actually genuinely helping someone, there's more worth in that than anything that could come your way. Riches, a mansion, all that good stuff, fame, fortune. The what's worth more than all of that is the ability to help people with your royalty right now. Your light, you spread so much light, I can't say that enough. Even the sun here, okay, and again, this is the Gothic Tarot, so it's an eclipse, but the sun, you shine so much light with this Page of Wands here. That is what's worth more than anything, okay, because that's the main reason we're here. And your shadow, again, it says you spread light. After darkness, it says the light after the darkness, and we're literally doing a reading on the shadow. Shadows happen because of the light, okay? Now, This is what's in your shadow, though. Contradictions, mistakes, and flaws. Yeah, you may feel this imposter syndrome, is what it's called, where you have successes, you have this beautiful life, right? But you're continually doubting yourself, excuse me, seeing the flaws in yourself, doubting yourself again and again and again. And actually, you are very successful, very capable, and blessed to share this light with other people. Okay? Again, you have the Chariot here, another card of victory. I mean, come on. I'm a little jealous, pile three. You got bronze here. I'm thinking of trophies. I feel like your shadow, knows that you have trophies, okay? I'm channeling that song, Trophies, for y'all's pile. Ooh, what is this? Hold on. Yeah. By Drake, and I'll link that in the chat. And what movie was y'all's movie? Did I channel a movie for y'all? I don't know. But I'm looking at the other cards to see what else we get for y'all. And also, where is this book with this transgression? I'm going to go ahead and read that one. For y'all's shadow, number 41. Okay. And these are vampires that get kind of deep, but again, we're just trying to tap into your shadow and see what it do, okay? It says flaws, contradictions, and mistake. It says, there are many in this world, vampire and human, fairy and otherworldly creature, who seem to delight in the faults of others, using them as a way of proving their own worth. Yeah, people try to point out your flaws so that they can feel more worthy, okay? And it says, see, they point out you are worth worse than I. And could there be any worse than this killing of a sacred animal, the unicorn? Because she's holding a unicorn. And I have a unicorn tattoo. Okay. But anyway, let's go back to your reading. Now mourned so deeply by this little vampire, this is false glory and disturbing to all of us who live long lives. To see so many worry that they have sinned and hurt others and cannot be forgiven. And to see others glory in the guilt they use to manipulate and feel righteous. Yeah, the most perfect souls upon this planet have all created moments in their lives where they have gone against their own values and their own hearts, their own souls, and transgressed. They have hurt themselves as they have hurt others. And so when you see this card and wonder what it is you have done wrong, know it is this. It is incorrect of you to assume that your faults and flaws, your poor decisions, and yes, the mistakes you have made are more ghastly than any other. There is not one amongst any of us who has done wrong. And it is good that we vampires and you humans can feel remorse and take steps to correct ourselves. If you're feeling wrong about something that you tried to bury, because again, it's talked about bury snakes and bury treasure. No, everyone does it. Okay, everyone got a dark side. And there's other people who will try to point, they do this to me all the time, Lord. They will bring up your past and be like, you did this, you did that. You know what they're really doing? They're not really worried about what I did. They're literally being righteous, self-righteous to point out these things so that they can look better. Okay? And I feel that you could be getting this from a parent or person or whatever, but there's light coming. You are a light bringer. And, again, you need both your shadow and your light. That's why we have the Chariot here to move forward. And this card is pointing out you can't run from these darknesses and even don't feel so, these shadows, don't feel like you're the only one who this has happened to. Actually, you would be surprised. Trust me. I've shared some of my deepest secrets with my friends and they were like, me too. Okay. Don't share your secrets with everyone, but ultimately you would be surprised how many people do this. And the thing is, when you have a conscience, when you when these snakes resurface and you feel bad, that shows you that you have changed. That shows you that you're moving on. Again, your shadow is very self-confidence. All right. Continuing on, it says, and it is good that we vampires and you humans can feel remorse and take steps to correct ourselves, and it says, and do better. But what we witness from here is that you are being you are being told again and again by either an abusive other or your own abusive part of yourself that you are guilty, wrong, and can never be forgiven. Okay. And it says you must take steps to correct what can be corrected. Apologize clearly and once if this is the right thing for you to do, and then forgive your own self. To continually internally erode your own value due to another's encouragement is a false kind of virtue. So like when you are pretending to be like, oh, I'm not worthy, oh, I'm so dark, I'm not even worthy, like you're eroding your own value. And that's why, what is that word? I think it has to do with stones. And that's why we have this gargoyle here. Okay. And it's funny because in gargoyles, I watched the cartoon gargoyles, they would come alive at night in the darkness, okay? And your gargoyles are coming alive in this, it looks like an eclipse. But anyway, what I'm trying to say is there's parts of you coming back to life. Like I said from the beginning, from Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe. What was the song? Did I channel the song for y'all? I don't know. But also, let's continue on. And it says, let me say it again. You must now take steps to correct what can be corrected. Apologize clearly and once if this is the right thing for you to do, and then forgive your own self. To continually internally erode your own value due to another's encouragement is a false kind of virtue. There is no good in hurting yourself over and over to prove how sorry you are. Live better, do better, but let the self-punishment go, and do not allow another to utilize your compassionate remorse for their own ends. Oh, yes. Okay. And it says, yes, they are. Excuse me. Let me say that again. Let me say the whole sentence again. But let the self-punishment go, and do not allow another to utilize your compassionate remorse for their own ends. Again, don't let someone, Lord, there'll be I'm getting kind of triggered for y'all, okay? Because there are people who will bring up your past, knowing that you feel bad about it, knowing that you have already tried to change this, and they're literally doing this as a self-righteous act to make themselves exalted above you, to make themselves better, for some of you, okay? And you also do this where you are continually putting yourself down, making yourself the villain, making yourself the bad guy, saying, yes, I'm the dark one, bless, to please them. And you're taking down your own value. We learn from our mistakes. Again, you have this imposter syndrome. It could have came from parents. I was channeling maybe like this energy, of those parents who want their children to be a model. And then they're like, you are what you eat, sweetie. Do you want to be a donut? And like she's 12, like let her have the freaking donut. Okay, but and bless. What you feed your children is none of my business. But the thing is, again, this is Leo energy. It's how we raise our children. And anyways, I was getting this energy of this parent who's like, do you want to be a donut? And she always wants this child to be perfect. Okay. And again, this goes into what this vampire card is saying, where the person's always bringing up the past, bringing up your wrongs. Do you want to be a donut, sweetie? And there's this person that's bullying you, but there's light coming, and there's life being breathed into these statues. Okay, even this fallen angel looks like a statue. Okay, even this sun card, it really kind of looks like a statue to me. And I see that your statue, that you're eroding yourself, you're breaking down yourself like you're stone because of these flaws, so to speak. Okay? And look, even this unicorn, which I have a tattoo of, unicorns are symbolic of your purity, your childlike innocence, your magic, okay? And again, this is in your future, is living, sharing light, okay? Sharing light, even though you may feel like stone. And having this powerful self-confidence of a lion, being bold, and saying, you know what? We're not in that cycle no more. I'm not that person no more. I'm actually a new person. Like I told Pile 1 and Pile 2, with every new full moon or new moon, I do witchcraft. And this is kind of showing up in y'all's to release some things. But the main point being is you are a new person with every full moon, okay? And this person, or this thought system, or even the parent, whatever, is continually bringing up things that you aren't even, that was many moons ago, okay? That was like, what was that, 2 years ago? And you're trying to make me feel bad for it now so you can be self-righteous? No, that ain't gonna work, okay? And you need to stop beating yourself up too. You need to have this confidence and share your energy, share your light, share, even again, and you can, yes, you can get caught up in the success and the luxury of things because you were made to programmed in your brain to think this way, to think, oh, I need to do better, oh, I need to do better, oh, I need to do better. No, this is literally, oh, I'm getting mad for y'all. Let me calm down. But your shadow is like, it's time for light. It's time to be playful. Not just the light like illumination, but light like lightheartedness, okay? And I see you moving forward with both your shadow and your light, with the Chariot card here. But you need to nurture yourself, you know, again, and say, I'm good, I'm perfect. And, you know, the fact that I do feel bad for those things doesn't mean I have to feel bad for many years to come. It was a mistake. We learned from it. We're in a new cycle. Okay? Woo! Girl. Let's continue on. Where was I? It says, there is no good in hurting yourself over and over to prove how sorry you are. Live better, do better, but let the self-punishment go, and do not allow another to utilize your compassion, remorse for their own ends. Yes, they are. Yes, they are. Hold on. Yes, they are. We are all human. An otherworld creature going to transgress against the natural laws and the laws of our own souls. What we do about it is what matters. Go on now and make amends, then give thanks for the gift of self-forgiveness. So pile 3, you may have a lot of people doing this. You may have one person doing this. The best thing you can do is say, if this is happening to you, say sorry. But that was many years ago, and I'm truly sorry about that, but I'm a different person. Why do you keep bringing that up? You know, and again, they may try to bring it up again, but your point is, your job is to release it, because again, they're human too. Okay, they're gonna try to win one over. May the best man win, right? But ultimately, you're so magical. We have the mystic star, again, harmony in the home, great friendships, insight. You're starting to see the truth, and self-confidence. And it says, I am honest with myself and others. So that goes with everything we're saying. Literally, just start saying, you know, if people start to bring up your worries, your woes, your sins, first of all, yes, you do feel bad about what happened, but you can change. We're human. We're meant to evolve. And these people will use these things against you. I mean, Lord have mercy. Okay, let me calm down, because I don't want to say too much. No, but I want to tell y'all just enough. Just like y'all should be doing with your following, with your people. You need to be spreading your light, knowing how beautiful, how royal you are. But there is something programmed in your mind that these snakes in your mind that might, but there's also treasures where you find your own value, okay? And if you feel sorry for what is being used against you, no, that's good, but it's also, you don't need to diminish yourself. You don't need to continue to please that other person just so that their ego can be met, okay? Your shadow is like, you're beautiful, you're confident, you're a light bringer. And I forgot, I meant to read the rest of that card, so I'm going to pull one more though. But this deck was calling out to me. I needed to shuffle it. Let's see. Spirit come through. What's the shadow side for my bronze, pile 3? What's their shadow side truly trying to tell them? It says purification activates vibrant force. This is cleansing waters. Bottom of the deck is vast vistas. Expand your horizons. Could be traveling soon. But spiritual bath will help you guys because with all that energy, I got a little pissed. Okay, but just knowing that, and even if it's just yourself, if it's not programming, if it's not people, and you're just telling yourself that you're not good enough to share your light, that shit pisses me off too. Okay, but you need a spiritual bath. In a spiritual bath, you just scrub yourself, right? And you say, I wash away all word curses, hexes, jinxes, negative energies down the drain. It's not mine to carry no more. I am a new person with every full moon. You can do this on any moon. But anyway, I wash away the energy I pick up from others. In Jesus' name I pray, amen. Whatever you need to say. But that's what I do. And as you scrub yourself with the soap, turn up some music, light some candles, you will release other people's energy that is causing this doubt in yourself, because you need to have confidence in your this is the part that's suppressed. So in the light, it's like you're not really that confident. You might be, okay, because again, all of us have a different balance of our shadows and light, but when you are truly balanced with your shadow and your light, you're moving forward is the big message with the Chariot, and you're not moving backward. And if someone's trying to, shame you to death, or you're shaming yourself to death, no, your shadow says it's time to move the freak forward. And yes, that shadow might be there, but it's a horse, okay? And yes, we got our light horses too, and we move as whole. Yes, we've had that dark experience or whatever, but we're literally moving forward into the light after the darkness. And so yes, cleansing, drinking more water, but knowing that, again, expand your horizons. What is the horizon? It's what the sun chills on, okay? But anyway, there's like new chapters for you guys that you need to release, but you need to release the emotions, the expectations of others. Your shadow is like, let's take a spiritual bath, because you need to reclaim your confidence. What was the bottom? Quiet strength. Yeah, and it's the same kind of energy, like being able to be successful but be humble. Okay, sorry, I was checking the time. Let's see, I don't have that much cards around me, but let's just pull, you know what, I'm gonna pull another animal spirit, and then I'm gonna pull just a couple once upon a time over there. But we're just seeing again, what is your shadow trying to tell you? Spirit come through, messages. Which animal spirit best reflects the shadow of pile 3 who chose bronze? Who are they? The deer with love, okay? Again, you may feel sorry for whatever these situations were. We have the turtle here. It says protection. It says you are a master of finding life's flow. Be in harmony with the rhythm and your path will unfold. Preserve and you will succeed. You have everything you need to be protected and happy. And again, this goes again with the flow. I think of the turtle on Finding Nemo, where he's like, dude, okay, and he's like, goes with the flow. But this is your true shadow. It's, you have a big heart. Again, it may seem like different animal spirits here, but both of these animal spirits represent the heart chakra, okay? And so you have a really big heart, pile 3, and this is why people might manipulate you, or you might manipulate yourself, like, oh, I was wrong, baby. We all mess up. We all do horrible things, okay? But the point is to move forward, okay, is what your shadow's saying. But we also have love, dear. It says be gentle with yourself. That's everything. That's crazy how that aligns, because it's both heart chakra, and it's both asking you, even the fallen angel, no, it was this one. It was the animal. To have compassion for yourself. It says, be gentle with yourself. You heal with the power of love. See the light in all things. Acknowledge your self-worth and grace. Self-confidence here. Same thing. You have grace to you. You have a big heart, People will try to use that against you, and your heart might even work against you because you're like, oh, I did wrong. Oh, no. No. You need to remember that everything is cycles and you learn from your mistakes, and you need to have compassion. Be sweet to yourself. Stop talking so negative to yourself. This is your shadow side. It has such a big heart. And it's very focused on the flow and moving forward. Let's see what comes out in this regular playing deck here. Get this one. Put this over here. Okay, let's see here. Put this over. All right. Spirit, give me a little more, please. What does pile 3 shadow want to tell them? Who is their shadow? Acquaint us. How did I know she was going to come out? And this is the 6 of Swords. It's about moving forward. This is the Wicked Witch from Wizard of Oz, but also on Once Upon a Time, okay? And she just wanted to be a hero too, and she thought she was wicked. So did her sister, but she was a little bit wicked sometimes, okay? But this is about moving forward from your wickedness. And again, being nice to yourself. Stop calling yourself wicked, okay? Now let's see. Moving forward though. Spirit, come through. What else? You're moving out literally into the light is what your darkness is saying. Even your shadow is like, I think I feel the light. Your shadow is like, okay, let's see what else. What is the shadow want to tell pile 3? This one. Hold on. Okay, we have Snow White with the 7 of Cups. I'm sorry, which is illusion. Snow White. And then, we have my favorite, Prince Charming, King of Swords. This is showing me you're about to start seeing through illusion, pile 3. Again, with what you tell yourself and what other people tell you. Bottom of the deck, the 7 of Swords. Ooh, yes. And this is this is the 7 of Swords, Grumpy from Snow White. You have big Snow White energy here. Also, bless Wizard of Oz, but I would watch either Snow White or watch a couple episodes of Once Upon a Time to tap into your shadow. But that being said, 7 of Swords is again that imposter syndrome that where you have success and then either someone's planting in your head that you are not worthy, you are not able to spread light because they want to. For instance, I'm a tarot reader. People are always telling me that you're talking to demons, right? No, I had to reprogram my mind and say, F them. Actually, I am helping people, right? But with you guys, same thing. You could be trying to do something and someone's like trying to make you feel like a thief. Because they are a thief of joy and they want to act righteous, okay? Oh, I've dealt with people like this so many times, and it's made me like this, okay? Y'all are the King of Swords. Y'all are becoming the King of Swords, Prince Charming. And again, you have so much charm to you. You have the lion, which like Simba vibes, okay? And you have the 6 of Wands and the Sun. People are attracted to you. This is why other people are going to tell you things to try to eclipse your sun. That's why in the Sun card it's black, okay? They're trying to block out your sun. But ultimately, you're about to start seeing through illusions. You're about to start seeing the game. Yes, take constructive criticism when people are literally worried about you, but also know that life goes in cycles. You're reclaiming your innocence, your childlike innocence, not just a little petty innocence, this deep innocence like a unicorn, this purity, being able to know that you're protected. You have a shield, okay, with this turtle. And you have such a big heart, and you need to love yourself more, and look through these illusions, because again, we have the 7 of Cups here, which is about a dreamy energy, a foggy energy sometimes. In this reading specifically, it's illusion. And then we have the King of Swords, which is somewhat of a clear mind, being able to cut through that, okay? And so your shadow is very wise, and it sees the illusions. And again, you have insight here with the third eye, which says opens the third eye to strength and intuition. So your intuition will be showing you people who mean you good with this Ten of Cups here with Henry. And also people who coming to steal, be a thief of joy, take from you. You know, you're starting to see that your shadow, you're definitely starting to see the light. And again, I feel like the stone child in you, where your heart, where I'm channeling this Bible verse that says, you know, take our heart of stone and give us a heart of flesh. You know, that's what I'm seeing in your reading. Again, maybe watch The Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe. What was the song? Did I channel a song for you guys? Moving Forward. What song do I get from here? Moving Forward, Illusions, People. Okay, I'll channel a good song for y'all. Oh, yeah. It was one that I channeled already. Oh, Trophies. Okay? Because ultimately, y'all picked the bronze Sharpie. And I think it talks about fake friends in that one too. But ultimately, sorry guys, I was just trying to help y'all tap into your shadow. Stop beating yourself up. Your shadow is like, I think you do that in the light. You may even be the type of person who's like, oh, sorry I did this, sorry I did that, oh, I'm sorry, you know. Ultimately, your shadow's a little bit more tougher because it's like, I've been through this before, been through these cycles, learned the lesson. I've already felt bad. And it's not just about feeling bad, but yes, you've embraced it. You have passed that. Okay, you're in a new cycle, and it's like people in my life. Okay, they'll bring up something from years ago, and I'll be like, "What do you want me to do about that?" I'm like 30 now. Okay, like ultimately you need to remember how much success you have accomplished already, how much success is in the present moment, and to live more from your heart, because it's your, even on this Ten of Cups is Henry. He was like the kid on the TV show Once Upon a Time, and he helped them break the curse. Okay, and he had just all this faith. But I see that again, you could be healing some childhood wounds, and stop letting these people bully you, whether it be a parent. And your shadow is all about moving forward. Even this turtle, I'm going to read it again. You are a master of finding life's flow. Be in harmony with the rhythm, and your path will unfold. Excuse me. Preserve, and you will succeed. You have everything you need to be protected and happy. Okay? You literally have the card of happiness here. But again, your shadow, or I think that you do this in the light. Your shadow is trying to help you with this, but in your natural brain, what do they call it? Your awareness, not your but your consciousness. In your consciousness, you're always thinking, I'm a bad person. I've done this, so I can't do that. This person said this about me, and it was kind of true. You know, things like that. But your shadow is like, actually, you learned your lessons. You literally have the King of Swords, who is the king of logic, okay? And you can see through illusions. And you've learned your lessons. You are charming as freak, okay? You have the Lion, the Sun, the Six of Wands. Six of Wands is literally people cheering you on. But it's time to move forward, to know you're protected, to know this is a season of light, that the curses are being broken, that you can be confident. And your third eye, the ability to see through illusion is what I see here. That's your third eye is blocked by illusion. But when you start to realize this, and that you are a good person and you can still live a fulfilling life and move forward from these people who robbed you of your joy, things like that. Be nice to them, because again, they're human too. But anyway, as you start to see with truth, because that, again, that's what blocks the third eye, is illusion. But you have this King of Swords, which is truth, clarity, a clear mind. He only uses facts, okay? But yeah, you're seeing through illusion, and you're moving forward from this, okay? And your shadow is definitely telling you there is light, and there's this stone. It's almost like this stone gargoyle within you, that maybe a stone statue of your inner child is in there, and things. Well, first of all, when you talk bad about yourself, it tears down your inner child, it erodes it, and that's literally what I saw in this Page of Wands is, eroding is where the gargoyles start to break off a little bit. And ultimately, Spirit is saying you're coming to life, okay? You're not going to be stoned much longer. Definitely have a spiritual bath. Say affirmations to maybe open your heart chakra. Interesting enough, this card is green, and this is a lot of green, and green is connected to the heart chakra. Okay, and lighting green candles. What else? What else? What else? Saying affirmations is going to be big in your spiritual showers, because that's what I do. And it's very powerful. It's a very, very powerful technique. I can't even not take a shower in a day. Like, I'm going to take one right after this, and I'm almost done here, and I'm excited because spiritual showers, look, even again, cleansing water and this turtle here, like, it will help you get back into the flow of life. That's what the element of water does. And drink more water, but ultimately, again, scrub yourself. Say, I wash away what just keep it simple. I wash away what others are trying to send me. Word curses, hexes, jinxes. Scrub your titties, okay, but scrub everywhere, all the cracks and crevices, and just say I wash away what energy I picked up from other people, and I wash away hexes and curses and jinxes, and I say, in Jesus' name I pray. I'm also washed in your blood, okay, and I'm washed in the blood of God because I am protected, and that is divine DNA of heaven, and I break the curses that have been sent my way, okay. And you can do that in the shower and call back yourself, and you will step out not just physically fresh but spiritually clean, okay. Because our auras, we pick up a lot of energy. Say you go to United, or y'all may not know United who are watching me. Say you go to Walmart, and you go to checkout, and which they have self checkout, and but the clerk, the person who bags your groceries, they tell you some things like, or they just have an attitude, okay? Then you leave and you're still thinking about that. That's because their energy has been put into your aura. And that's what I see happening with maybe your friends, maybe your family. Again, I was just channeling this mother-like energy, but it doesn't have to be any of those. It could just be yourself. But anyway, washing away the energy that other people have tried to give you and send you, so that you can reclaim your confidence, your power. You're not tied down to anyone else's energy. Because with the Six of Wands, this sun here, you are connected to a lot of people because people see you as successful. And again, this is what sparks a lot of people to speak death almost into your ministry, into your work, into whatever you're doing, because you're so successful, and they want to talk you down. They want to exalt themselves, okay? And there's another Bible verse coming through. It says, those who exalt themselves will be humbled, like smack down, okay? Which that's what these people are doing by pointing out your flaws over and over again. But anyway, those who humble themselves will be exalted. And this is biblical, but it's very spiritual, okay? If you want to tap into these sacred truths, okay, truly humble yourself, meaning give to the less fortunate. Know that all your success and blessings have come from God, and that it's okay to share who you are, both dark and light. Because again, you have the Chariot with both shadow and light, and then we're using Gothic Tarot as both shadows, so you got some darkness in you, baby. That's okay. All of us do. All these piles do. But the thing is, you need to humble yourself by, and it's not shaming yourself like in these cards said. It's not shaming yourself. It's knowing your worth and being able to share your light with people. Just no matter what you get, back, that's true humbleness. Maybe Google the word humble. Let's see. Do I have any more cards for you? I think that's about it. Let's see. What else do we got over here? Animal spirits. I think I've pulled about everything. Let's just pull a couple more of these. Okay? Because we're at 49 minutes. Oh, I dropped a box. Okay, we'll pick that up in a second. But Spirit, thank you for such a profound message. I didn't even know I was 50 minutes in, okay? What needs to be known? Cherry on top for my pile 3 bronze stack here. Bronze stack. Okay. Bottom of the deck. We have, I choose to take higher perspective and widen my views. Humble energy there. Because humble people don't widen their views. They don't listen to nobody. Bless. But we have safe and happy travel. Protection from harm when journeying. Again, these are messages from your shadow. Maybe your shadow wants to journey so that it can learn some new things. We also have, I assess matters carefully and discern wisely. Literally, this is why you got this King of Swords here, going through illusion, going through this Seven of Cups, and assessing it and choosing wisely. We have, my words and actions are of love, beauty, let me just start over. My words and actions are of beauty, compassion, and love. That's humble, okay? And people will try to shame you, I think that point is clear, but it pisses me off when people do that. Okay, we also have, I am honest with myself and others, and then this one came out. It says goddess, healing feminine energy. That's nurturing yourself, being receptive even. Okay. Okay, baby. It looks like you have the masculine energy because you have so much success, that you go get it. I think you were programmed to go get it. But you're always thinking of your flaws and contradictions. And, oops, sorry about that. But anyway, you're about to start living from a youthful place. You're about to start seeing from a logical place, okay? Seeing the truth behind the lies that society tries to tell you. You're about to start taking your energy back. Your shadow self wants you to drink more water and to remember how much you are loved. Again, be gentle with yourself. You heal with the power of love. See the light in all things. Acknowledge your self-worth and grace. Literally, it says, see the light in all things. Again, you have the Chariot, which is about shadow and light. And that's what this whole reading is about, pretty much. And again, acknowledge your self-worth and grace. That's from the Deer and the Lion. Okay, 2 of the same messages from different decks. 2 different animals have the same energy. They want, from your shadow, it's, you have such a big heart, and that you are worthy to share this light. And don't let nobody bully you into thinking that you're anything less than you are. Forgive them too, because then otherwise you're just gonna be arguing. And literally, you can just let it go. The King of Swords, he chops it off. He does represent the King of Communication as well, and he's so charming. Like, look how charming you guys are. I have the feeling you have the ability to heal and lead. He was so humble. Oh, he's such a good king. Okay, so charming. And that being said too, we have Snow White, which I said that already, but 7 of Cups, which is about illusion, also a dreamy energy. But this is Snow White and Prince Charming. That is significant. It's like the lovers coming out almost. And interesting. Maybe watch some Once Upon a Time, but what I'm channeling now is the episode where it's kind of reversed, okay? Than the Snow White that we know, the evil witch or whatever. The evil queen put him under a curse where he was asleep, okay? And she also put her under a curse. What I'm trying to say is, when you start to wake up to your true self, despite these illusions, your heart is going to start to heal. And I feel, even with this light here, and again, the Aslan, Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe, there's a curse being broken. And you literally have these 2 who were under a curse, a sleeping curse. And their motto was, I'll always find you. Or, yeah, something like that. And so maybe there's a twin flame out there. Because when we start to heal ourselves, our twin flames are truly connected in soul. And if they're truly a twin flame, once you start to heal, they start to heal. And I feel like you guys are about to meet up as you press forward from these curses, okay? From what caused you to feel icy, feel like stone. You're moving forward from that, from wickedness, okay? People telling you you're wicked. You're finding your purity again, definitely. And you're starting to love yourself more. And that's from your shadow. Again, drink more water and know how big your heart is, and that you're about to start seeing, or when you tap into your shadow side, you see through illusions and you see bigger possibilities with vast vistas, with expand your horizons. Yeah, this is very powerful. Okay, now I'm gonna go now because that was 54 minutes. And I did not know I talked that long. But now I'm gonna go take a spiritual shower like you guys need to do, okay? I hope this resonated. Let me know in the comments. I'll put the song that I channeled, Trophies from Drake, in the description, okay, and the comments possibly. But other than that, thank you for following me, for supporting me, Tarot King. I hope this helps illuminate your shadow and addresses the things that need to be addressed, okay? Much love. Peace out, Tarot King.